much, now I'm swallowed.
As the holidays approach, immigrant families across the United States are grappling with difficult conversations in light of President-elect Donald Trump's pledge to implement what he has called the largest deportation program in American history once he takes office next month. For many, the holiday season is overshadowed by uncertainty and fear. A lot of us are celebrating Christmas together thinking, is this the last time we get to spend Christmas with our family members? Said Felipe Souza Lazabalat, leader of the Hope Community Center, a nonprofit near Orlando, Florida, that supports immigrants and underserved communities. This is really heart-wrenching. Trump's plan to deport more than 11 million undocumented immigrants hinges on rolling back policies that restrict immigration enforcement in sensitive locations such as schools, churches, and hospitals. These changes, as reported by NBC News, could lead to increased enforcement actions in previously protected spaces. Souza Lazabalat remarked, "There's no way they can deport millions of people if they don't target the low-hanging fruit. And this is it." Advocates for immigrant rights across the country report a surge in inquiries from concerned families, schools, and community groups. They are responding by conducting Know Your Rights workshops and helping families create contingency plans in case a loved one is detained or deported. In Texas, a new law requiring some hospitals to inquire about patients' immigration status is already driving undocumented individuals further into the shadows. Javier Hidalgo, legal director of RACES, a San Antonio-based nonprofit advocating for immigrants and refugees, noted that this policy provides a glimpse of what could happen nationwide if sensitive locations are no longer protected. Texas has become a testing ground for stricter immigration enforcement, but Hidalgo said this has also galvanized advocacy groups to support affected families. Florida is expected to be another state heavily impacted by Trump's immigration policies, given Governor Ron DeSantis' support for the incoming administration's agenda. Souza Lazabalat, like Hidalgo, is preparing families by encouraging them to develop dignity plans. These plans include legal steps, such as drafting power of attorney documents or guardianship arrangements to ensure children are cared for if their parents are detained. If the policy protecting sensitive locations is rescinded, there may be legal grounds for challenges, depending on how the Trump administration implements the changes, Hidalgo said. In the meantime, advocacy groups are ramping up their efforts. The Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights in Los Angeles, for instance, has conducted 93 Know Your Rights sessions in schools, businesses, and community organizations over the past month. As Inauguration Day approaches, demand for these sessions is expected to rise. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement doesn't have jurisdiction over our lives. The Constitution does, said Jorge Mario Cabrera, the Coalition's communications director. We are protected regardless of our immigration status. United We Dream, the nation's largest immigrant youth-led organization, plans to relaunch its hotline on January 20th to support those affected by immigration enforcement actions. No one is immune to the consequences of mass deportations. It affects everyone, said Annabel Mendoza, the group's interim communications director. The organization is urging elected officials at all levels to take concrete steps to oppose harsh enforcement measures.